things that will stand out for me. One of them, it was this harrowing footage of a father and his two young children, and they were trying to escape. They were in their underwear. Obviously, they were not prepared or expecting anything like this. They ran out the back into another doorway to seek shelter, and in the footage that was shown to us, the Hamas terrorists threw a grenade into that doorway. The father was killed. The young children are dragged out of the doorway in their underwear, covered in blood. And then there's footage of the two children in the kitchen while the terrorists are going through the fridge. They're in distress. One of them asks where their mother is. They're talking about their father who's just been killed, and they're saying that they think they are going to die. One of them has lost sight in one of their eyes. And we asked the officials at the embassy what the fate of those children was. They simply don't know. But that's, I think, one of the things that will stay with me.
Oh, goodness me. I spoke to an Arab-Israeli activist, Yosef Haddad, last week, who was at the international briefing where 200 foreign press saw that same video. He begged the IDF to release the footage so the world can see what happened. Do you agree with that sentiment?
It's a tricky question. As I said, I think it was important to go as a journalist. I understand that there is naturally a reluctance for Israel to show this footage more widely. This footage was shown for the first time in Australia the other day. It's behind sort of a firewall, in the embassy. It's just so graphic. I think that's the problem with it, Rita. So we saw footage of charred bodies burned beyond recognition, obviously the bodies of children that had been burnt. We saw the terrorists lighting dwellings on fire. There were images of babies that had been killed. There were spooky and haunting scenes captured from the body cam worn by some of the terrorists when they're going into the residences. Obviously, the Israelis have gone to their safe rooms to try and hide, and you can see mobile phones sitting out on tables where only moments before people would have been using them. We saw footage of some rooms where there were too many bodies to count that had been killed, the floors just drenched with blood. So, that's the nature of the footage that we are talking about, and I understand why there would be a reluctance to produce that or release it more widely. I think what they need to do is to ensure that this is treated appropriately. I think one of the problems with releasing it more broadly is that it's very sensitive. You wouldn't want this footage to be misused or abused in any particular way. I think that's why they've chosen to show it to journalists who can report it accurately and put it in its proper context. So I think so far that strategy has been right.
Joe Kelly, thank you for your time tonight.